Welcome back to F1 for Americans. In the video today, I'm going to make you an expert on the F1 cost cap. I'm going to review the history, the implications, and what it means for F1's future. Let's dive right in. What is the F1 cost cap? The F1 cost cap, a pivotal development in the sport's recent history, represents a major effort to control and balance team spending while promoting sustainability and competitiveness. Background and underlying problem. The origins of the cost cap can be traced back to the growing financial disparities between F1 teams. The sport's commercial and technical regulations allowed larger teams with bigger budgets to pour extensive resources into research, development, and technology, creating a stark contrast to the financial struggles faced by smaller teams. The idea of a cost cap gained traction in the early 2000s, but it was the global financial crisis in 2008 that intensified the discussions around controlling team spending. The crisis exposed the vulnerability of the sport to economic fluctuations and further highlighted the need for financial stability and balance. Highlighting this was, after 4 races, Super Agri left F1 due to financial concerns. It wasn't uncommon before the cost cap regulations for teams to spend in excess of $300 million each season. This disparity raised questions about the long-term viability of smaller teams and the potential for fewer competitive entrants on the grid. By its very nature, large sums of money are required to purchase an engine or design a chassis, which could be complete trash. When was the cost cap introduced? After years of negotiations, the F1 cost cap was formally introduced by the FIA and Formula 1 management (FOM) in the 2021 regulations to address lower budget team competitiveness with customer teams like Haas or Williams. The cap was set at $145 million for 2021, covering various expenses related to car development, personnel, and operations. This cap would fall by $5 million to $140 million in 2022. And to $135 million in 2023. Before I get into the items included in the F1 cost cap, I wanted to take 5 seconds and say thank you for watching this video. This is a new channel, and if you like what you see so far, please subscribe, like, or leave a comment below. It would mean the world to me. Thanks. Items included in the cost cap. Now you understand the cost cap. Here's expenses covered within the cost cap budget set by the FIA. Any expenditure related to the car, however, this doesn't include the engine. All car parts, from the steering wheel to the wheel nuts. Everything to service and run the car, fuel, tires, garage equipment. Most of the team employees, exception is the top 3 paid employees. Transport costs, shipping car from race to race. Items excluded in the cost cap. Now we know the big items covered by the cost cap. Here is the list of items not included in the cost cap. Engine, which has its own set of cost regulations. Driver salaries, which can range from $1 million to $30 million plus per year. Travel costs, of employees to races. Employee benefits, bonuses, medical plan costs, parental and sick leave. Marketing spend, promotion activities. Property, cost to buy property for say a new factory. Legal fees. Additional cost cap benefits. In addition to promoting financial sustainability and competitiveness, the cost cap has enhanced the sport's appeal to potential new entrants. The reduced financial burden has made F1 a more attractive prospect for investors and teams aspiring to join the grid. The cost cap has also sparked innovation and resourcefulness within teams. With limited financial resources, teams have focused on optimizing their strategies, streamlining their operations, and finding creative solutions to technical challenges. This shift has highlighted the importance of efficiency and ingenuity in a sport known for its technological advancements. What happens if a team exceeds the cost cap? When this happens, it is called a breach, and there can be significant penalties, and they actually did, in the very first year of the cost cap regulations. Breaches are broken into categories. Minor overspend, which is overspending by 5% or less of the cost cap amount. This comes with penalties which can range from material overspend, which is exceeding the cost cap by more than 5%. This breach has the harshest of penalties, which can include being kicked out of the F1 World Championship. The punishment for breaches is determined by a panel within the FIA, after considering the nature of the overspend. Red Bull 2021. During the end of the 2022 season, there were allegations Red Bull overspent in 2021, in the middle of their first Drivers' Championship fight since 2013. Red Bull was found guilty of breaking the cost cap limit in 2021 with a minor overspend, which is less than 5%, and the team was fined $7 million plus given a 10% reduction in aerodynamic testing time for 12 months from October 2022. Many teams on the grid including Ferrari and Mercedes went on the record saying the punishment wasn't harsh enough and actually encouraged breaking the cost cap limits due to the minor punishment. Governance. While the cost cap has brought about positive changes, it has also presented challenges. Ensuring compliance and preventing teams from finding loopholes to circumvent the cap has required vigilant oversight and adaptation of the regulations. Within the F1 cost cap framework, FIA accountants take on a pivotal role, meticulously scrutinizing team paperwork to ensure adherence to the budget limit. Closing. In conclusion, the Formula 1 cost cap represents a fundamental shift in the sports economic landscape. Introduced to address financial disparities, enhance competitiveness, and promote sustainability, the cap has reshaped how teams approach their operations, budgets, and strategies. As Formula 1 moves forward, the cost cap will continue to play a central role in shaping the sport's financial equilibrium and ensuring a more equitable and thrilling racing experience for fans around the world. What do you think about the Formula 1 cost cap? Leave a comment and let us know. Did you like this video? Like, subscribe, and leave us a comment on what topic I should cover next.